When Skylum reached out to me a while ago if I wanted to try out their program and make a video, I must admit at first I was a little bit skeptical because what I have seen just on the commercials, it looks like a program that is not for my type of photography, more in a different kind of like more portraits or stuff like that. But I was wrong. I'm lucky that I said yes, and I'm going to show you why in a minute now, because this program here is really cool tool for even for a wildlife photographer and a landscape photographer and a nature photographer in general. I'm going to dive in to show you a couple of images, an example of how you can do cool stuff with this program here.
Here is a great example of a picture that I took of a beaver. I didn't know what to do with it, but my memory of this image here, it was foggy and mythical and the sun has already gone down. But I have no idea how I'm going to post-process it. But this was a perfect example with experimenting with Luminar Neo. First of all, we can go to the enhancement here and see what it all does. It makes it a little bit more contrasty and a little bit more brighter in the white areas, and I like what it does. You can see before and after. And also under essential here you have the standard develop tools, which you have control of the exposure, the contrast and highlights and the shadows as well, so you can use it as a fully tool of editing your images as well. But let's not do too much with that, and now I'm going to show you some of the great tools you can use to fast edit your image in a direction that you maybe wouldn't think about if you're editing in for example Lightroom though. But let's go further with the structure AI here, and what that does, it makes it a little bit more contrasty in the the middle tones you can see here, but I'm not sure if this is the look I'm after. It makes it a more contrasty, but I kind of like it, but I'm not sure if I want to have too much, but a little bit I want. The next I want to touch around this image here is to go a little bit further down to the atmosphere. The atmosphere, you can actually make some fog or mist or haze. So let's experiment a little bit about that. You can see now it's choosing a little bit on the background to make it more misty and mythical. You can choose the depth as you like it, but I want to have only to have it in a little bit in the background, but I want not that much lightness in it. So let's just experiment a little bit with that. You can also go to the mood. Here you have a different kind of LUTs with cinematic tonings like Anaheim, Bakersfield, all these kind of looks. So you can choose if you want to have use one of that. I actually like this Santa Barbara LUT here because that takes away more of the colors and give it even a more mythical look. So I'm going to go with that. I really like that. And then go over to the glow. Yeah, what it does, it makes it a little bit more contrasty, and I want to do that. Beaver pops a little bit more out of it. So I'm already think this looks really good. When I tried to edit this in Lightroom earlier, I did not get this kind of result. I was not satisfied with my edit image in the Lightroom, but now I think actually it's pretty cool. This is before and this is after. You cannot get this mythical feeling, more of the what I remember it was. So a little bit noise reduction and the image is actually ready. With this image here, I want to show you a little bit of the extreme. This is not for everyone, especially not for the purist, but I wanted to show you this little feature that this program does have. Let's start actually with enhance the image a little bit. What it does, it brings the highlight down, but still keeps also the details in the shadow and get all the image a little bit better than from the start. So you can see before and after. It also saturate and give it a little bit more boost. So that's awesome. And you can also crop if you want to crop the image a little bit. You can do that like this and apply. But let me show you right away. And this is Sky AI. And you can go here and go to Sky selection and you can choose whatever you want. You can just play around and you need to wait a couple of seconds before it generates like that. And you can see here all the different kinds. Maybe this is more like fitting the tones in the grass here. It does a great job masking, but on this edge here with the small details in the grass, it's not that good. So what you can do here is go to global and adjust it until you think it's good. And actually here I need to go to 100%. And you can also choose the position of the sky to go a little bit down so it smoothens out even more here. So you can play a little bit around with this until you are satisfied. So this is before and this is after. Of course you cannot use this for any competition or anything like that because the competition is pure and you need to have taken the picture as it is. But if you want to play a little bit around and get a different kind of looks, you can do that. And it does an awesome job. You can see the tones are matching the grass here before and after. And you can of course go down and you can play a little bit more with it to get the animals a little bit more light, brighter, make it a little bit more natural and not that dark. But yeah, out of the box here, it's pretty nice. Just with a couple of clicks and you are in this kind of result here. With this last image here, let's test a different kind of image. I took this image here of some mushrooms in this autumn scenery. So let's go first to the enhance and see what that does. Makes it a little bit more vibrant here and make the colors pop. Really, really nice. So let's go with this. And the next thing I want to go to is the landscape tool. This is really cool here. You have this golden hour. When you use this here, it makes it a much warmer, but not like the white balance warmer. In this kind of tool, it also keeps the darker parts or the shadow parts more cooler, so you get that nice contrast with the warmth and the cool. You cannot do that with a white balance, but look how awesome this is. Really, really nice. So you can play around until you find something you like. And if you want, you can also take this foliage enhancer to make the colors pop even more if you want to do that. But the next thing I'm going to do here is really cool. It's sun rays. You can place a sunbeam, like for example in between the forest. There's a lot of settings in this little sun rays here, and one of them is the warmth, and of course I want it to be that low sun. What it is right now, it's a little bit too much, so I'm going to pull back a little bit, and also it can play with the length of the sun rays and the penetration as well. So you can really go extreme here. But what I want is just a tad in here. And you can play around with all these settings here. So after playing around with it, I think maybe this is it. Here is before, here is after. Before, after. You can see before and after. But you can of course change this wherever you like. If you want it to have it, if you don't want to have it visible in the image, but you see the sun rays, can do that as well. But look how it goes through the forest there, and the AI really works well to like put it almost behind the trees and the forest. You can also play around with the glow, see how that will affect the image before and after. It makes it a little bit more brighter, also contrasty as well. Just want to show you a little bit about how you can do with landscape also, and this is it for me this time here. Not only can you do all the things that I showed you, but they are packed with more cool stuff like panorama stitching, upscaling, focus stacking, HDR merge, and gen arrays. So I'm going to show you a little bit about gen arrays here. It's really easy to remove like distracting things like these small branches here, and you just press erase and it will analyze the image overall here to see how it can like remove it in the best possible way, before and after. Just after a few clicks, a few seconds, it's gone. So this is perfect for removing like small objects if you want to get a little bit more clean it up. If this program sounds interesting, I will leave a discount code in my description so you can check that out. Luminar Neo as well. But until next time, I will see you.